Hey guys, welcome to Book Rehab Bootcamp. I'm Nick the Vet, and today's video is called What to Say in Your Initial Meeting, parentheses, to get approved, close parentheses. Sometimes people discover my channel 2 hours before they're supposed to go to their meeting, and they email me and go, what do I say? I can't say go look at all 24 of my videos and go to my website because they're already freaking out. So I decided to make this video for people who don't want to look at the video number 17, don't have the time to look at it, don't want to create an SCH justification, don't know it exists, whatever the situation, I'm doing this for you guys. So basically, the premise is this: you really want to give them enough information where they can't come back and just deny you automatically. If they want to deny you, they're going to have to really dig deep and figure out why you're not entitled. And hopefully you already know you're entitled before you go in there, and you're not just going in there going, oh, I hope they find me entitled, but you know that you are. And if you know you are, then they should not be able to deny you. So these statements will help you to paraphrase everything in a nice little package so that when they hear you say what I'm about to share with you, they should say you're approved. It should be easy peasy. Number one, the absolute easiest. I'm unemployed, I don't have a degree. So when you sit down with your counselor and they go, how can I help you? You say something along these lines. Well, I'm here today because I'm hoping to get vocational rehabilitation services and use the track called Employment Through Long-Term Services to go back to school and get a bachelor's degree so I can find suitable employment. Great opening statement. Lets them know you know what you're talking about. You did your homework. You're ready to go. Okay. And then next you would say, I've been out of the military for, 6 years, 10 years, whatever it is. I've been unemployed for the past 3 years. I've been applying and applying, but I can't even get a foot in the door. And I think it's because I don't have a degree. And any job that I am being called for are jobs that are just too difficult, that I just can't do because of my service-connected disability. So what I would like to do, again, is be found entitled for vocational rehabilitation services so I can utilize the track called Employment Through Long-Term Services so I can get a degree in XYZ and obtain suitable work that does not exacerbate my service-connected disabilities. Boom. Okay, so the next one is I don't have a job, but I do have a degree. Okay, that one's a little bit harder because they feel like if you have a degree, it's, magical, but it's not. But sometimes they feel that way. So in that instance, they say, how can I help you? You say, well, I'm currently unemployed and I've been looking for work for 8 months. And even though I do have a degree, I have not gotten any interviews. I haven't gotten any job offers. My degree is in sociology. I don't want to be a social worker, and that's really the only kind of job that I can get with that degree. I've tried to get other jobs, but they all want to, say, well, you don't have any experience in it. Your degree is in social work. Why don't you try that? And social work really stresses me out. It exacerbates my anxiety. I don't want to do that anymore. I have no interest in it, so it's no longer suitable. What I'd like to do is get a degree. I'd like to get my MBA or be a CPA or, whatever you want to say. So my goal is to be retrained through vocational rehabilitation services and get a degree in XYZ so I can obtain suitable employment. Okay? So what you're doing in that case is you're letting them know, number one, I know the rules. I know I don't have suitable employment. I know I have not overcome my vocational impairment through education, so don't try to, flip that on me. And I want to use the track called Employment Through Long-Term Services, which is going back to school. So you're really letting them know that you did your homework. And if they're listening and they're logical thinking human beings, they should find you entitled. And if they don't, then you can go and argue your case. Okay, number 3 is a little bit harder, but totally not impossible. I have a job, but I don't have a degree. Okay, so if they say, how can I help you? You say, well, I realize this is an employment service and I do have employment, but the reason I'm here is because it's not suitable employment. It's been exacerbating my service-connected disabilities for the past year. I'm constantly in pain. I'm constantly stressed out. It triggers my anxiety. It makes me depressed. It triggers my PTSD. I need to get out of this. It's unhealthy for me to be there, but I can't quit because I have to support myself. So what I've been doing is I've been applying for myriad jobs and I haven't gotten anything. And as a result, I've not overcome my vocational impairment through education because I'm not able to find other work, and I've got to get out of there. The fact that I know there's no end right now is really stressful for me. And what I'm hoping to do is get retrained through the track called Employment Through Long-Term Services and get a degree in this other subject, XYZ, so I can obtain a job as a XYZ. And that's why I'm here. The last one is you have a job and you have a degree. Okay. So they go, how can I help you? And they're thinking, you're not getting squat because you have a job and a degree. So what you do is you say, hi, I realize this is a job program and I already have a job. The reason I'm here, however, is that my job severely exacerbates my service-connected disabilities. I'm constantly in pain, constantly stressed, anxiety, whatever the issues are, spill it all right then and there. And then you would say, and because I have a degree, you would think I've overcome my vocational impairment because of that education. The problem is, based on the definition of overcome, I have not. I've been looking for jobs and applying for jobs for 8 months, and my degree is obsolete, or my degree doesn't pertain to anything I have experience in, or my degree requires a master's, my major requires a master's in order to get work, or I have no interest in that anymore because XYZ happened to me and I don't want to affiliate it with that career anymore. So you interject why that degree is not sufficient for you. And once you communicate that, you would say, so what I really want to do is get reclassified with a degree in XYZ so I can do XYZ. So basically, to sum all of that up, even though I have a job and I have a degree, and one would think I've overcome my vocational impairment through education and training, because I have not been able to find additional work, any work that does not exacerbate my service-connected disabilities, I'm stuck and I really need help getting out of this situation. So what I'd like is, to be found entitled. So I can go down that path. And if you feel like that's not the best path for me, once I'm found entitled based on my employment handicap, hopefully we can discuss other options. So what you've done there by saying that statement is you basically said, don't try to say I'm denied because you don't want to give me a degree, because my entitlement has nothing to do with my path. A lot of counselors would try to deny your entitlement based on the path that you've requested, because they don't think that path is feasible. But what they should do is approve your entitlement and then just find a path that is feasible. Having that opening statement, what it does is it prepares the counselor to know, number one, you're not an idiot, so they're not going to be able to just make up, anything they want and you're going to go for it. Number two, they know that you really are qualified. You've already identified your employment handicap. You've already identified your vocational impairment. You've already identified the fact that you have not overcome anything. And you've also identified the fact that the work that you have is not suitable. So they can't then come back with their standard, their standard 4 answers, because you've already addressed it and cut it off at the pass. So what's going to have to happen is, if your counselor wants to not deny you, they're going to have to come up with something more feasible and real to deny you. Okay, but then you'll be ready because you will have looked at video number 17, video number 3. You're going to have your EH and your SEH justification letters from my website, and you're going to be prepared if they come back and try to deny you for some other reason. Okay, so if you're new to my channel and your first meeting is tomorrow, don't fret. This information should help you get to where you need to be, but I still suggest that you go and download those SEH letters and just kind of change the information to suit you, but the basic premise is still there, okay? Hope that helps. I'm Nick the Vet. Thanks for watching.